Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So someone suggested I should check out this video from the Templin Institute. Now the video is called Cadia, Warhammer 40,000 Atlas. Let's take a look.
Thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this investigation into the fortress world of Cadia. The first 500 people to use the link in the description will receive 2 free months of Skillshare's online classes.
Whoa.
In the region of Imperial space designated Segmentum Obscurus, there lies an anomaly that has come to be known as the Eye of Terror. It is an enormous rift, a permanent storm in the fabric of reality that for 11,000 years has provided a gateway to the nightmarish realm of the warp. Inside is a dimension of madness and despair, where skies weep blood, ancient stars burn in multicolored flares, and the whims of the dark gods hold sway. Since the time of the Horus Heresy, the forces of chaos that reside within have attempted to break out from the Eye of Terror and strike at the millions of worlds that lay beyond.
What do we got?
Only one thing has stood in their path. A fortress world that guarded the only navigable route to the Eye of Terror. A place where time and time again, the servants of the dark gods would break against the greatest defenders of man. It was a planet known as Cadia, and it was here above all that the bloody work of the Imperium was done. A terrestrial world closely resembling Holy Terra before the age of the Imperium, Cadia was marked by great oceans, temperate plains, windswept moors, and towering mountains. Cadia was colder than most civilized worlds, yet not enough to impede the planet's settlement. It was famous across the galaxy for its sparkling glaciers and thick pine forests. It was the planet's network of strange black monoliths that remained Cadia's most enduring mystery, however, known across the galaxy as the Cadian Pylons. When precisely Cadia was first colonized has been lost to antiquity, but in the decades before the Horus Heresy, it had become inhabited by a primitive race of violet-eyed humans who worshipped the Chaos Gods. The Word-Bearers Legion and their Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian, was the first to re-establish contact with Cadia, but whatever transpired in these initial meetings might never be known. Lorgar ordered the cyclonic bombardment of the planet, wiping out the native Cadians and whatever secrets they possessed. With the end of the Horus Heresy, the Word-Bearers and their other traitor legions fled to the Eye of Terror to heal their wounds and nurture their hatred. Black crusades mounted across the galaxy from the Eye of Terror convinced the Imperium that Cadia was of vital strategic importance, and settlers were sent to the world to claim it in the name of the Emperor. Cadia was eventually forged into a world worthy of the Imperium, but it was learned at great cost that the planet would forever be threatened, and its entire society would have to reflect that. Its earliest cities were constructed in the traditional style emulating Holy Terra, but the broad avenues and ordered urban grids favored any attacking force, and sweeping changes were enacted. Cadia could not afford any distinction between its fortresses and cities. Streets were constructed in such a way as to disorient any potential invader, arrayed in zigzag patterns that would force an enemy to fight for every block.
That's smart.
Bastions and local garrisons were stationed in every corner and spire that possessed a commanding view, while at the heart of every city was an enormous fortification known in the local dialect as a casser. From the air, these resembled intricate puzzles, which could be held for months, if not years, even if the surrounding city had been taken. Its people were no different than its buildings, reorganized into a society wholly devoted to the defense of their world. Every Cadian was taught the skills necessary to become a soldier from the moment they could walk. Tactical doctrine was prioritized above basic literacy, and every citizen was required to serve at least a 4-year term in the planet's military before either becoming a career soldier or instead joining Cadia's military-industrial complex. Even the wealthy and successful
Tough
elite
choice. What
wore
would you go with?
clothing
Career
reminiscent of the
soldier
camouflage patterns
or
issued to the
industrial
lowliest
complex?
guardsmen. The famed Cadian shock troops were widely regarded as the best soldiers in the Imperial Guard, and some of the most well-equipped. Regiments either formed on Cadia or those emulating its style and doctrine could be found across the entire galaxy. Cadian equipment, in particular, was so ubiquitous that it was nearly the standard of the entire Astra Militarum. For millennia, the planet stood as an unshakable foundation that challenged the will of the dark gods themselves. Every invasion was shattered, and every Black Crusade was repelled.
Wow.
But in the 999th year of the 41st millennium,
impressive.
Cadia was finally broken. Abaddon the Despoiler, greatest champion of chaos since Horus himself, launched the 13th Black Crusade.
Used them a few times.
In the opening moments, elements of the Planetary Guard turned traitor, assassinating Cadia's high command, its governor, and Lord Castellan. A reformed defense now under the command of Ursarkar E. Creed were able to contain this initial assault, but the Black Crusade was just beginning. In orbit of the planet, an enormous Chaos Armada traded blows with the warships of Battlefleet Cadia, all while reinforcements swept across Cadia's skies before joining in battle against the planet's beleaguered defenders. Mysteriously, it was not the famous fortress cities of Cadia that appeared to be Abaddon's primary target, but rather the large network of pylons, particularly those within the Elysian Fields. What precisely happened there can only be guessed at, but some claim that for a brief moment, servants of the Imperium working with ancient Xenos managed to activate the Cadian pylons. The forces of chaos were seemingly cut off from the warp, and even the Eye of Terror was said to shrink. By the order of Abaddon, however, an enormous blackstone fortress struck Cadia with the force of an artificial meteor.
Damn.
The planet's continents were split apart, its ancient forests burned away. The few who managed to evacuate the dying world bore witness not only to the destruction of Cadia, but to the expansion of the Eye of Terror across the entire galaxy.
Nuke the planet, basically.
With the fall of Cadia, the forces of chaos had won a victory that for millennia had been almost unimaginable. Tendrils of the warp have split the galaxy in two, and there is little doubt that the Imperium has entered the time of ending. But the ultimate triumph of Abaddon the Despoiler still eludes him. The fall of Cadia has awakened something in the Imperium more powerful than even its greatest fortress. A hunger for retribution has swept across every world, and Cadia has become a martyr whose memory has spurred humanity to ever greater feats of valor. If a creature like Abaddon is still capable of experiencing even a tinge of fear, then he must be haunted by the fact that in destroying Cadia, he has added 1 trillion fallen saints to the highest pantheon of the Imperium. For even as the planet split apart and its shattered remnants were consumed by the Eye of Terror, the red streaks of firing lasguns could still be seen in the darkness. Defenders of Cadia refusing to give in, even as their world cracked and burned around them. From their sacrifice has arisen a new battle cry, one shouted in hatred from the Arctic steppes of Valhalla to the deadly jungles of Catachan. A simple phrase that ensures the memory of Cadia will remain for as long as humanity endures. The planet broke before the Guard.
Oof. Oof. I got the chills. I got the goosebumps. The planet broke before the Guard.
Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring this investigation. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands.
Oof. Ooh, I got chills. I got goosebumps from that. That was really good. The planet broke before the Guard. I mean, that's all you need to say. I mean, planet broke in half. And they're just like, well, screw it. We'll just keep fighting. You know, instead of, your natural instinct to run away, even though it's, there's nothing you can do. You're still going to die anyways. You're still, basic instinct is to try to run away and hide. They're like, whatever. Just keep firing. You know? So a simple little saying like that, hey, the planet broke. The guard didn't. But yeah, that was really cool. That was absolutely awesome. Crimson Fists. I played them for a while. I like their whole paint scheme and stuff like that. The red fists and the I think it was like royal blue. I think was like the paint that was needed. Or I don't know. There's so many different blues. You know, blue, 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 royal blue, navy blue, imperial blue. You know, so. Now, who was that angel guy? There we go. Who's that? Because that is really cool with the wings and everything like that. Is that the same one from earlier? Where's that earlier picture? Nope, nope, nope. Nope, where is it? Nope, was it after? I think it was after. But on the spoiler, I had, or have his model still somewhere, I think. Used them a few times in battle. That thing is really cool. I think that came out, I think they started making a model for this after, of course, all the stores closed in my area. But that thing, that corn, I forget what it was called. Really cool. Half tank, half Titan. I can't find that other picture. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, so no, that looks like two different characters. So who is this? And then who is the other one at the end here? Yeah, because those definitely look like two different characters. So who are they? I don't really know them before. I haven't really seen them. But yeah, I gotta say, that was a really good video. I like that a lot. You know, learning all about Cadia, learning about the fall of Cadia, learning about the Guard, just continuing to fight no matter what. That was awesome. I'm definitely glad someone suggested this video to me. I think there's a few more. I think they have a couple other videos and stuff like that, so I might have to check them out. You know, because I do like learning about the lore. There's so much of it, but still fun. All right, so yeah, instead of rambling on there, I think I'll end it here. I got my little Space Marine here to keep me company. Yeah, I dug this little guy out downstairs in the basement. Can't focus it. This one here was actually, I believe, a special edition model. I think, what was their convention? I know they had a convention for a while. I don't know if they still do or not. But yeah, every year at their convention, they would have a special edition model that I believe you could only get there. And this guy was one of them, because he's, you know, got a Power Fist and I believe a Storm Bolter, which is, I guess, extremely rare for a Space Marine to have both those weapons. So he was keeping me company. All right, so anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And of course, leave me all your thoughts and comments. And if you guys want me to check out other videos from the Templin Institute, let me know. I'll probably do them anyways because they were awesome. And, you know, other than that, just stick around. More videos are on the way. And I'll see you guys next time.